So we've been talking about this BTC trade for a few days, haven't we? And I'll bring it up so everyone can see. Just in case you're wondering, oh, what is this trade? I've never seen this before. Let me just kind of, all you have to do is follow me on my YouTube channel. Join me on my freshly made Discord, and you're going to get all of the kind of insights into where I think are good areas to buy and sell potentially. You know, not financial advice, but it's good to kind of get a different perspective. I'm never bullish, I'm never bearish, I'm always kind of both. Okay, so effectively yesterday or the day before, I was talking about this area of interest, and kind of usually I look over Bitcoin at the beginning of my streams. Here it is yesterday. I was looking at this area of interest. Yeah, I was looking for a reaction here. I initially posted it on our brand new Discord. Okay, and so if you want to join that, send me a message. It's invite only, but you know, if we've chatted, or if I kind of know that you're active on our stream, then I'm happy to have you. And why not? It's free. Never going to charge you. Technically sound, but we're all happy. I'm happy for everyone to share their opinions. We're not financial advice. It's mostly entertainment, and sometimes it's educational. Okay, so I'm happy for. And so what I did is on Discord, I'm going to show you so people can see that I'm not making this up. Let me pull my Discord now. I finally got it so my face appears over the the charts. So effectively, this was 2 nights ago. Daily candle is bullish, but we haven't taken out the high yet. So possible pullback to the daily level is a good entry for longs. Value area high, the recent move 382, and the daily level. So kind of when BTC was somewhere around 97k, I was considering a move down to this area. Why? Because it hadn't taken the highs yet, and so I was thinking, okay, it hasn't taken the highs, so bears are going to get a little bit more aggressive with their shorts. People are going to be feeling a little bit bearish because it hasn't taken the highs. They're not going to be thinking it's a V shape. They're going to be thinking it's a lower high. So you have to kind of get into the psychology of what people are thinking in the market, how they're thinking. So while you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm really bullish, actually, I was thinking maybe people are going to look at this and think it's a lower high and therefore close their positions or sell or short or both. Okay. I was also looking at the order flow, and I was seeing quite bearish CBD. The CBD was going higher. The lows of the price action was lower. So that kind of acted as confirmation for me to take profit at the very least. And I said here, if you want to short, it's possible. What did I write that? Short is also possible, but invalidation would be the current high. So I didn't take a short. I'm not really, it's not that I'm not confident with shorting. I just think the money to be made right now is longs. So I'd rather just focus on longs and have a higher probability rather than just try and execute shorts when actually the market is really bullish. The structure is bullish, and where most of the market's just trying to long. Yeah, there's no reason to short when most of the market is longing. Better to just wait for the pullbacks and look for the entries to long. Yeah, they're the higher probability trades right now. So while shorts are possible, they're not higher time frame. They're kind of like scalps. Okay, so it was possible, wasn't it? You could have shorted. We could have shorted that. I'm going to have a look at your charts, altcoin, and then you could have taken profit, but you have to take profit, otherwise you're going to get trapped. So I was looking at that, and also if you're interested to I've just started this Discord at popular request. Altcoin Dreaming is running it for me basically, which is much appreciated. So he's a really nice guy. He's very helpful. He's been sharing a shit ton of stuff, and the most important stuff here is going to be the tools and software, everything you need to know. This is a developing channel, and it's all educational and it's all free. And that's the great thing about what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to create a free resource for everyone. Everyone's welcome, but you have to kind of make yourself known. And you're welcome to our calm and chat. I'm happy to answer all your questions, happy to look at all your charts. I don't care about what altcoin it is. I'm happy to have a look. We're all happy to have a look. Let's have a look. No one is perfect, and so not one trading strategy is correct. So we're happy to share and improve our knowledge. At the very least, we become more knowledgeable. And also, while there's a channel here that I'm developing, which is kind of my different charts, which I'm basically doing on the live stream, there's a community chart channel. Happy for people to share on this channel. As you can see, Altcoin Dreaming is sharing some stuff. I'm going to have a look at these slightly later in the stream. So if you come and post your charts, I'm literally going to have a look at all of them on stream. Okay, until of course it becomes too much, and then I'll have to start selecting. But right now, happy to have a look at everything. Why not? So come and join. If you want to join, then kind of participate in the live chat on the live stream, or message me on my X profile. And if I kind of know you, or if I see that you're interacting and you've got a good heart, then why not? Yeah. Obviously, we're just trying to kind of make it a little bit more limited, because I obviously don't want it to become a spammy channel, and I don't want bots, and I don't want kind of rude or horrible people. So if you're kind of willing to learn, and you just kind of want to open your mind and learn about stuff, then you're welcome. It will always be free. It's not a signals group, but that being said, I will post setups. Okay, so I'm happy to do that. Why not? I'll post setups. You have to manage your own risk. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how to trade it. Yeah, you're going to have to figure that out for yourselves, but there's enough knowledge for people to do that. Okay, so reach out to me. Happy for you guys to reach out to Altcoin Dreaming as well, and we can get you on. So looking at Bitcoin, where'd my charts go? Lost it. Oh yeah. So this was the stream from 2 nights ago, and then my stream from yesterday was this one from yesterday, and again I was talking about this trade that I was contemplating. I was kind of considering this lower level. Oh, it's not loading. Slow. I'm going to make straight into slow. Okay, it's back to slow. Yeah, so you see Bitcoin, as expected, was moving down, still not ready to hit, still not ready to go up, still looking for lower, looking for the area of interest. And again, with trading, it's a balance of probabilities. It's always a balance of probabilities. Yeah, you want the highest probability trades. Yeah, and the best probability for a trade will be when you get a reaction into your area of interest. So you're always looking for the reaction. This for me is a perfect reaction. Why? Because you're getting a bullish reaction with high volume into your area of interest. You don't even need to catch the low, even though the low is going to give you the highest risk to reward. As you can see, you can enter there and have a stop, or you can just wait for the structure to form and enter, and then actually your trade, your invalidation is the low. Okay, so it becomes like that. It doesn't really matter, because ultimately you have an invalidation. It's always important to have an invalidation when you're taking trades. So you need to know when you are wrong. So in this situation, you get a reaction, you enter, yeah, and then if it kind of does that, you're invalidated, yeah, because that's not what you're expecting. You're expecting for the price now to go up, yeah. So you don't chase that. If you're invalidated, you don't chase it. You then have to wait for strength, yeah. If you get a reaction and then it ends up in weakness, then you have to be patient and wait for strength, because the price could always liquidate the early longs, come back up, and still go up, yeah. And so you might have caught it early, you might still be right, and then you just have to be patient and you have to wait for strength if that was to happen. Actually, in this case, you didn't actually need to do that, because you had a really nice reaction with good volume, and probably a lot of trapped shorts into the lows, which is what usually happens when the price is dropping. People get bearish, but you should never get bearish when the price is approaching a highly an area of support where there's high levels of confluence. You should never get bearish unless you see continued bearish price action and weakness. Okay, well, let's have a look at the order flow from last night as well, because maybe we can get some kind of information from that. Obviously I was asleep, but actually looking at it now, and so not everyone has access to this. I use exo charts. It's an education in itself just to learn exo charts, to be honest with you. It's not straightforward, and actually I think I'm going to put my templates all in Discord. I do recommend it. I do recommend it. Get the cheap version, get it for a few months maybe. It's not a bad idea if you want your own kind of instant access to the order flow, or use ATAS, which is free. I think Altcoin Dreaming recommends ATAS, and maybe he can share his templates with people if they come onto our Discord, and then we can kind of help each other. But I use exo charts. I'm looking at exo charts. This is the kind of the low of last night. You can see there was a liquidation, which is really important. So I've got these liquidation bubbles. I like liquidations because it kind of gives me an idea that the price is about to reverse. We had one prematurely here. It went down to further liquidate. So early longs were liquidated effectively. And then here you can see, I'm just looking at it now actually for the first time. I haven't looked at it earlier on. What can I see? You can see there's kind of like some shorts in the lows here. Some trap shorts here. The price is going down. The OI is increasing. The CVD is going down. This kind of tells me that there's a few shorts coming in the lows here. You see a 1.8 million imbalance. CVD is going down. So someone basically leverage shorted the absolute low here. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Immediately the price reversed. Some longs entered. 1.5 million, 2 million increase in OI. So longs entered immediately after the short. Literally, this short came in at the lows here, literally, and trapped this short. And naturally, this short was immediately underwater, and they had to close out very quickly, which pulled the price right back up. So it's kind of what you want to see. You want to see shorts into your area of support. You want to see them trapped, and then you want to see the longs enter, trapped, keep the short trap, and then the short ends up in market buying, which is effectively closing their position because they were wrong. Yeah, thank God they quickly realized they were wrong, otherwise they would be deeply in trouble. You can see here, if people aren't confident to take that trade, you can see here as the price comes up, the price finds support on the VWAP. Yeah, the volume average weighted price of the day. So if people aren't familiar with the VWAP resets every single day at midnight, and you have a brand new VWAP on the daily time frame, which calculates the volume based on the daily traffic or the daily volume. Yeah, so it tells you where the average volume is according to the price. Okay, and so generally speaking, when the price is above the VWAP, the day is considered bullish. When the price is below the VWAP, it's considered bearish. And usually, not always, but usually the VWAP acts as a support and resistance flip. And in this case, it was resistance until it became support, and then now it's support. Okay, so now you're kind of the price is above the VWAP, so this is considered bullish. Okay, you can see here that the price is being bought off the VWAP. You can see increasing OI, increasing prices. There's a slightly bearish CVD here until it's invalidated because the price goes higher. Okay, you can see here the CVD was slightly higher above this pivot here, so there's still some selling here going on, but that was invalidated. So the bearish CVD was invalidated, and now you're getting very healthy price action. You're getting increasing prices, increasing OI, increasing CVD. Have had a little bit of a short squeeze here, which took the price higher. You can see decreasing OI, which means that shorts closed out their positions. The CVD goes up. You've got some late longs there, and they will get trapped. Late longs always get trapped, brings the price down, and now what we're looking at here is kind of the price just consolidating above some higher, some SR flips or whatever. I'll have to have a look at that. I can see some bullish CVD here right now forming in this price range, in this local price range. In the last 2 hours, like hour, 2 hours, the CVD is lower. So you basically look at this. This is a big long is closed. Yeah, you see the drop in OI, the drop in CVD. So someone has market closed their position, and you see the CVD has gone down below the low here, but the price, the low of the price is higher. So you've got higher lows, lower lows on the CVD. This is bullish. It means that now you've got large limit longs absorbing the selling. Okay, so you've got some. So basically, why do people limit long? Because the market fees. They don't want to spend money on the market fees, so they'll limit it. They'll start absorbing the longs or the shorts depending on the price action, because they don't want to spend money on the market fees, and they want to start building a position because now they flip to bullish. Yeah, so maybe they were bearish before, but now they flip to bullish. Rather than market buying to push the price up, they'll rather just absorb the selling. Okay, and they'll just build a position. So right now I'm seeing quite bullish order flow. It's looking quite good. It's looking quite bullish here. Okay, any other observations? Let's have a look. What I want to see now is, again, the continuation of this idea of increasing prices, increasing OI. Yeah, that means that the market is now market buying. Okay, so we're not seeing that at the moment. We're seeing bullish absorption. But what you want to see is you want to see increasing prices, increasing OI. Okay, so it's kind of still going slightly sideways. And let's have a look at the main, the charts again. So this was quite good, wasn't it? It wasn't too bad. I think now in this context, what I would like to see, so let's kind of hide that. That was my long there. I'm going to hide that now. You still got this neckline. Let me just see where it is. There it is. You've still got this kind of neckline here that we're kind of above, and let me just kind of update my volume. I've got this Trump pump volume, and I've got this kind of local volume. So let me just update that Trump pump volume. Let me pull that back up. Yeah, no changes on the Trump pump volume. And then the local volume is basically, I'm just taking the volume of when the price comes into the Trump pump value area. You can see a perfect reaction from the value area high. We have another range here, actually, to be honest with you, just looking at this. Maybe above the point of control. Let's have a look. All right. So price is a little bit stuck here at the moment. We've got this little kind of this local point of control here that the price needs to get above. We're above this neckline, and then kind of let me just pull this other volume area, and we're above this local. So the price is kind of just nicely consolidating. It's not necessarily pumping, but I think it's quite, right now it's quite bullish because we've had a reaction. And we've locally put in a higher high, and we've found support. So I think now I would want to see the price continue initially to kind of get above here, if possible, flip that into support, and then we can attack the highs there. We need to take out this high. This high is really important, this one here. Okay, I don't want to see a lower high here like this. I don't want to see a lower high, so we have to see what happens at this VAH, this value area high. Do you get a lower high for another rejection? Okay, I think if that happens, if we get another rejection here of a lower high, we will go back down to test this value area, this local value area again. Okay, again, the lower highs will make people bearish, and then actually it might be another good opportunity to long for another attack of the highs. I wouldn't mind if we can just break through, to be honest with you. I think that would be very nice if to be able to get to 100k today. But if not, then we might actually kind of, if we do kind of put in a lower high here, we might actually just try and flip this VAH, this Trump pump VAH, lower high here. So it will feel bearish because we haven't taken out this high, this one here. It will be bullish because we've taken out this high, and then you'll be looking for to try and find support for continuation here. So there's different variations of what could happen now, but the next thing that really needs to happen in the short term is just to kind of get above this 97 and a half. Okay, so the higher this goes, the more bullish people become. Okay, so right now I think this is quite bullish, as long as we don't lose this midpoint of this local range. We don't really want to come back down now. Okay, if you start coming back down, yeah, there's only so many times that you come back down to test levels. Eventually it will give. Okay, so you want to go up. You just want to keep on going up and up and up. Okay, keep on attacking the highs, and I think this is at the moment looking bullish right now. Okay, and we've actually, if you look at the price action, look at this local price action, you've already come back to the 382. Usually I'd say 50%, but actually it's been front run. So this is quite bullish. This is more bullish than normal, I think. That's kind of Bitcoin in a gist. Any questions? Any questions? I hope that's clear. I don't know if anyone took the trade from last night. I was asleep, obviously, so I've been kind of scaling in anyway. I kind of play it slightly different because I'm not always awake. I'm not that crazy to wake up in the middle of the night just to take a trade, but that was the trade, wasn't it? And I think most people, if they took that trade, not only would they be in profit, they would have taken the first take profit by now, taking out the high, and maybe they would be looking to start re-adding or compounding, maybe. Okay, so it's actually looking right nice. We're trying to flip this area into support, and we have to just get up to the next level, and then we have to go up. That really is what needs to happen next. Okay, for bullish continuation, you need continuation. Let me have a look at some other things quickly to do with Bitcoin. Excuse me. We're getting a little pullback on ETH BTC. Okay, still looking bullish in this kind of, the structure here is still quite bullish, but let me have a look at the monthly candles as well, because I wanted to do that to see if I see anything there. So I'm going to hide all my stuff. Let me just go straight to the monthly candles. So we've had a new monthly candle print last night. So we're in December now. Welcome December. And let's just have a look at these monthly candles. Well, actually, this is really nice. ETH BTC is looking really nice. Why? Because we've managed to close above the previous month low. Okay. I might actually have to put my analysis back up because I do want to check something here. The volume of last month, i.e. the November month, is really good. I like that volume. Really high volume green candle. That's really good. And I just want to do a fib. Okay, so this is also what I look out for. I do a fib on the previous month body. Yeah, just the body. I ignore the wicks. Okay, just very specifically when it comes to candles, actually, I always pull a fib of the previous month. And with this month, what I wanted to see has happened. which is a monthly close above the 50 fib. You see that? The 50 fib was actually the previous month low, and this month has closed above the 50 fib. So I consider this a bullish reaction from the lows there, just because it's been able to close more than 50% above the previous month. I think if it was bearish, it wouldn't be able to do that. And because it's bullish, it's been able to do that. Okay, so even though we're getting a little bit of a pullback now, which is normal, yeah, I think this November month ETH BTC is a really bullish monthly candle. You might not be able to see it. Yeah, you might think, okay, what kind of candle is that? Is that bullish? Is that bearish? I think there's two things to look at this candle. One is the volume, which is really nice, and two is the close. And the close for me is really bullish for two reasons. One, because it closed above the previous month low, and two, because it closed above the 50% mark on the previous month body only. And some people might take it wick to wick. When it comes to candles and fibs, I generally prefer body, because you see, if you do it wick to wick, it's underneath, and the wicks, all the wicks tell you is that the market is illiquid at those areas. Doesn't necessarily give you the correct information. It's the body that really matters when it comes to these types of fibs, I think. Okay, from my experience, there's nowhere you can read about this actually, so it's just based on my experience. So I think that's bullish, and we'll see this month. Obviously bias is bullish just because of potentially alt season on the horizon, but we've had a reaction here for the 618. Could the price go down? Yes, but I'd be looking for a bullish reaction as ETH BTC here drops. Okay, no one knows how far it's going to pull back. No one can predict that, but I'll be looking for some kind of bullish reaction somewhere. I think in this context, again, you'll be looking for at the very lowest 50 fib, possibly. If we do kind of get a pullback here, 50 fib, and then you want to see it go up and take out these highs. That's kind of what I'd be looking for on the BTC, seeing if that plays out. Obviously, it doesn't have to go down. It could just find support at any one of these fib retracements. No one knows where it's going to actually find support. So that's kind of interesting. Let's have a look at some of the monthly candles together. Bitcoin dominance is lovely. Bitcoin dominance is finally, we're way underneath 58%. I said in some previous streams that 58% was probably where alt season begins, and it's the 50 fib that we've lost. Bitcoin dominance is finally showing weakness. It didn't go up. It's not finding support. It's at the neckline now of this SR flip, but it's looking really weak, isn't it? Now it's finally looking really weak. Let's have a look at the monthly candle. That's like a really bearish monthly candle. We've closed underneath the previous month open. We've closed underneath the previous month close. We've closed underneath the previous month close. Really bearish candle right now. I think the limit of this candle, if we do get a pullback, forget all this previous analysis for now. I think the limit of this, if we do go up, will be one of these previous month's highs, maybe there or there. I think that's kind of, if it does go up for a wick, effectively, it'll be either there or there, and actually probably there, maybe there. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually do go up to there, find resistance on that 50 fib for continuation, or for a bearish candle here for continuation to the downside. It just depends on how bearish this gets. I think in the context of Bitcoin, if this gets bearish, it probably means Bitcoin is really strong. Probably either Bitcoin is kind of grinding up, or Bitcoin is just going sideways, holding support, some kind of big support zone. Bitcoin doesn't look weak, it just looks strong. It just looks like it's consolidating, kind of going sideways, and every time it dips, Bitcoin will probably pick up liquidity and go back up, and a lot of capital will flow into altcoins, because there's more and more capital keeps coming into the total crypto market cap. So right now this is perfect. It's perfect for altcoins. We've had a failed auction of some previous value area, and we're right back underneath the 50 fib here. We're underneath 58%. We're back underneath some previous month highs. It'd be nice to get like a real kind of red, whatever reds. Let's go all the way down to the next level of big support. In this context, I think the next area of big support is going to be somewhere here, somewhere there. Just looking at, could be a slightly higher, but somewhere there. Again, I'll be looking at the 50 fib here as a higher time frame target. It could be a bit higher, but that's the region, somewhere between the 50 fib and the golden pocket. I'll be looking for the price to find support, and that will hopefully or maybe be the end of alt season. And obviously there's this other level here, which is a fib level, which corresponds with a 382 and the other 382, two 382s. I'm not crazy about this level, to be honest with you, just because I think if we start falling, we're just going to fall. Just because of the way the price has moved up like this. I think there isn't much support here, even though there are monthly levels here that might look untapped. But it could be a good place to find a little reaction before continuation. So in this context, you might be thinking, well, it's not going to go down in a straight line. Whereas if it goes down, maybe that's a good place for it to kind of zigzag, you know, something like that. Okay, now this is a monthly time frame, so I'll kind of be looking at it on a slightly lower time frame. And then obviously, like I've kept on sharing with my charts, I'll be looking for something like the total 3 market cap to find resistance higher up. I've marked this out. I'll keep on sharing this chart, and actually I'm probably gonna share this chart, keep this chart in my Discord. This is my target for all others 3. This is excluding BTC and ETH. If people have been following me, I've been following this very carefully, and basically when we were kind of at the end of October, beginning of November, I was explaining to people that this is actually starting to look really strong. I talked about this SR flip as it was happening, and kind of explaining to people that this is really strong. We're finding support here. We're already up 63% on the total market cap others right now, just from when I was talking about this happening at the time. So I'm giving live commentary as it happens, and it's not financial advice, but I think, you know, people can use that, can't they, to make decisions based on their own kind of trading risk appetite. My target here is still 2.7 trillion. I've got some confluence higher up at around 2.6, 2.7, 2.8 trillion dollars, and it kind of corresponds to this trend line. So I'm actually going to post this in. So this is why it's good to kind of, if you want to join Discord, because I'm going to post these charts only there, and it'll be easy to find. So if you're interested, if you like some of the analysis that I'm doing, come and join. Why not? And we can have a chat too. And also, if you want me to have a look at charts, post in there, and then I can do it from there. I can kind of like add it to my streams. So let me just do this total. What is the chart again? Let me have a look at it. Crypto total market cap. Crypto total market cap, excluding BTC and ETH. This is my higher time frame target. Lots of confluence at 2.6 trillion. And then you'll have my charts. Basically, you can just have a look at my charts. You can add your comments if you want. I should actually do this. This is nice, these tags. Okay, so there it is. If people want, they can come and check that out. Again, free. All right, that's not too bad. That looks quite good. What else is there here? Let's have a look at some other things. Let's have a look at the monthly candle here. Let's have a look at these candles and see what they look like. It's good to look at monthly candles. Yeah, so candles are good. Yeah, I know some traders out there don't care about certain things, but I think it's good to look at everything, to be honest with you. It's a crazy bullish candle. That's a bullish engulfing for sure. You've literally destroyed the previous month candle. You've destroyed, how many candles have you destroyed in 1 month? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, not really, but 8. You've destroyed 8 months of price action in 1 month. That's ultra bullish, guys. This is like crazy bullish. It's engulfed 8 months of price action in literally 1 month. This is not the end. This is not the top. This is the beginning. Okay, so these kind of candles continue. They really do. The volume is amazing. Look at the volume. That confirms this candle as a strong candle. Yeah, the volume. The next candle, I want to see increasing volume to the upside. I want to see this just go up, up, up until it hits our target, to be honest with you. And then we're going to have really nice take profit right up there. And so I'll be looking for another 200%, 170, 200% increase in value in this market, to be honest with you. Something similar to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green, 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 green. Yeah. And then here, you take your profit at your target and you might get something like this, maybe. Who knows? We don't know how this is going to play out at the higher prices, but it'll be a major take profit once you hit that level, wouldn't it? Yeah, again, the same thing. This isn't bullish engulfing. This is just a bullish continuation. Increasing volume, increasing prices. This is healthy price action, healthy increase in volume. You see, increasing volume, increasing prices. I don't know why, but we've already had a shit ton of volume today. Look at that. I don't know how that worked out. How does that make sense? Have we already had $270 billion worth of volume today on day 1? Is that possible? Am I reading this right? Doesn't make any sense. No, there must be a mistake here. There's definitely a mistake. I don't know why it's looking like that. That's impossible. That makes no sense because it's telling me that there's more volume today than the last. No, this doesn't make sense. Something's wrong here. Okay, never mind. Maybe that will readjust tomorrow. I don't know why that's done that. Anyway, so on this I've got higher time frame targets. Excuse me. 618, 1618. Again, sloping trend line. That would be perfect if we can get to the 786 at corresponding with this trend line. At the end of April, that would be like ultimate. That would be your ultimate take profit. Everything crypto, to be honest with you. If we can get there, good confluence there for a big take profit. It would be hard not to take profit lower down, to be honest with you. It would be hard. It would be very difficult not to take profit at this midpoint that I've got marked out, to be honest with you. So you would probably look to kind of take profit, then take profit, then take profit. It will be a massive take profit area as we go up. towards May. And what you kind of want, and it's interesting, yeah, because there's a little story. Last year in at about September, August, September, I was telling my mum to sell some land that she owns and buy some Bitcoin, right? And I'm not like criticizing her because she's my mum, but she was like, I'm never going to buy Bitcoin. And it was $25,000 Bitcoin. I was saying Bitcoin is going to go up to 100K. You just buy it, just sell it. It doesn't really matter if you sell it for cheap, because you're going to get more, you're going to make more money from Bitcoin if you do that. And she said, I'm not going to sell. And then yesterday she messages me and she says, sell your Bitcoin. And again, I'm not going to sell because she's telling me to sell. So when she was telling me to buy, not to buy, I bought. Now that she's telling me to sell, guess what I'm doing? I'm buying. Well, I'm not buying Bitcoin, but I'm buying crypto. So you kind of have to do the opposite of retail. Does that make sense? So she was telling me to not buy, so I bought. Now she's telling me to sell, so I'm buying. So I'm doing the opposite of retail. And in a few months' time, when she tells me to buy, I'm going to start selling. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you an example of a personal signal that you can use for yourselves when you have close friends and family who don't really understand technical analysis or crypto. And when they start giving you information at specific periods of time, you have to do the opposite. Does that make sense? So my mum's telling me to sell Bitcoin. Well, I don't actually have Bitcoin, but I would be buying if I was like, it's a good time to buy. It's a good time to accumulate Bitcoin because we're expecting higher. Yeah. It's better to buy it now before retail gets involved than to buy it when retail do get involved, and when actually everyone tells you to buy, that's when you should start selling. So use that as a signal. So my mum is reaching out right at the blue. She's telling me to sell my Bitcoin. I don't have any, but actually that is a signal to buy. Okay, so just kind of bear that in mind when you're kind of approaching these higher numbers. And looking at USDT dominance, again, it's almost the inverse of Bitcoin. It's looking really bearish, isn't it? If we take out that low, I think this is going to drop down to here. And that's kind of what we want to see. We want to see this kind of really crash to lower prices, this level that I've marked here. And then if we can kind of bottom out at the point of control in the value area here, that would be the most amazing take profit for everyone on crypto. Yeah, we can do that in the next few months. That would be amazing. That is going to be an immediate buy or sell. Okay, so I've talked about this. I'll keep on talking about this. I'll keep on monitoring these charts. I was kind of tracking this flag pattern on USDT.D, and a couple of months ago I was talking about a clean back test of the value area high here as a confirmation that we're going down. Yeah, so if you've been following my streams, I took 2 months out in August and September, but I was posting on my X about what was happening with crypto and telling people what to do, kind of not financial advice, but effectively telling people what to do. And here, when I started my streams again back in October, I said this is a confirmation that we're going down. Yeah, I didn't predict the Trump pump, but I had a gut feeling that Trump was going to win, and I even placed a bet. I didn't place it on Polymarket. I placed it with a good friend, and I won. I actually bet that Trump was going to win the popular vote. I didn't win. I didn't win the bet because I thought Trump was going to win. I thought Trump was going to win. I actually bet with my friend that he was going to win the popular vote. That's why he took the bet, because he thought there was no way that Trump was going to win the popular vote. At best, he would win the electoral college and not win the popular vote. I actually won because he did win the popular vote. And yesterday I was chatting to my friend. He does watch my streams sometimes, and he was like, he's a lawyer, And he was like, I was looking for loopholes of how I can get out of our bet, and he couldn't find any because I won the bet. So I should have bet on Polymarket, to be honest with you. But I mean, I made just as much money in that bet. And then obviously we've got gold. Let's have a look at gold. Well, I don't mind this so much, gold. I don't necessarily think it's that bearish per se. It is a hammer in the highs. So generally speaking, those hammers in the highs will drop. Yeah. I don't necessarily think this is going to crash, but that is a bearish reversal in play, just simply because you've got it closing underneath this level. You've cleared all the liquidity down to here. Okay, so the liquidity is cleared. I do expect the price of gold to go down and test the lows here. I don't expect this to go up. I expect this to actually go down. It could pull back. Just looking at these candles, it could go back to this previous monthly high for a test, and then push down to go all the way down to test the low of this candle. That's usually what will happen. And then you could end up with another red candle. I kind of want to see gold slowly move downwards. Yeah, or even just drop. But I think it's more likely than not it will kind of slowly grind down. Darcy Lopez, gotta go, put the kids to bed. All right, tell me when you're back and I'll have a look at it for you. So I'm not, this is not going up. It doesn't look like it's going up. It looks like it's going down. All right, which is good because we want that to happen, because that will help Bitcoin. Let's have a look at the DXY as well. Well, I do like the DXY because we've put in a higher high on this time frame. I talked about this higher high. I generally speaking, I think the DXY is bullish, but I kind of was contemplating some kind of harmonic here. If you've been following me, you saw that, you would have seen that I kind of preempted this harmonic before it happened. It was kind of approaching this level. I was contemplating some kind of harmonic. Okay, I did it as the price was coming up. It was just grind. It was just pushing up and up and up. I thought maybe it would just go up, take the highs, but actually I think that's bullish, even though this is a bearish harmonic. I've explained why. I think on the weekly time frame, we've changed market structure back to bullish just by putting in a higher high here, a higher low here, and another higher high. I think this structure is now bullish, but because we're kind of in a bearish harmonic and we've had a weekly bearish reversal here, this candle is extremely bearish, isn't it? So I think the target here would probably be 50%, and then there's a lot of gaps. There's a lot of like liquidity, like not gaps, but there's no real support here as the price came up. So even though the target for me is 50%, always 50%, you can see 50% corresponds with some kind of SR flip going on here on the structure of this of these higher time frame candles. It is possible that we actually go all the way down and push all the way down to here, which would probably be the next area of real support, just underneath the golden pocket. Yeah. And then if that corresponds with the end of Bitcoin topping out, and then we could see a nice rotation back into the dollar, and maybe we can see the dollar push to not all-time highs, but to take out that high. So I'm not necessarily, just because this is bearish harmonic, I possibly am thinking let's put in a higher low somewhere around here. Yeah. And then let's go up and take out that high throughout the whole of the summer, and put higher highs, and then maybe we can pull back again. If we can get like a V shape there, push for higher highs, then maybe we can get a nice V shape for a back test here, for a V shape for continuation type thing. That's kind of what I'm contemplating on a slightly higher time frame. I'm not sure about the timings, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the dollar is going to be really strong in going forward in the Trump presidency. And the clues are in the things that are being said. Okay. So if you kind of go on to X is the place to be. If you keep an eye on what's happening or what he's saying, yeah, it doesn't always come from his own profile. Sometimes it comes from profiles connected with him. I don't know where I saw it. It's weird though, because you don't see it always. Oh, there it is actually. Look, 12 hours ago. Here it is. I think this is really important that people realize what's going on. The idea that the BRICS countries, so BRICS is basically Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Saudi Arabia. Yes. South Africa, I'm not sure actually. It's bigger now, so they've expanded it. South Africa, yeah, it's actually bigger now because they've expanded to Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and UAE, and so it's a kind of like it's a competitor to the G7 effectively, or the G20, yeah. So it's kind of the Eastern trading bloc. And he's basically saying that the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over, capital over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful US economy. They can go find another sucker. There is no chance that the BRICS will replace the US dollar in international trade, and any other country that tries should wave goodbye to America. So this was posted 12 hours ago. There's no way that that Donald Trump and the American government is going to allow the dollar to roll over. And so that's why I'm really bullish on the dollar. I think it is possible we get a nice pullback into support, technically speaking. I don't see why that can't happen, but I'm not bearish at all. I'm really bullish on the dollar. And so naturally, I'm converting all of my fiat into the dollar over the next few months. I will all of my fiat. So, you know, if you have a balanced portfolio, you're going to have fiat, right? And I'm going to be putting it all into the dollar. I'm going to be looking for higher valuations on the dollar, and technically I'll be looking to accumulate somewhere around the 50% all the way through to the golden pocket here, and then I'll be looking to take that all the way up to the highs there on the DXY. Yeah, that's kind of your target, isn't it? Up there, that line that I've drawn for a higher high there. Maybe a trade here for a V-shaped recovery would be nice too, but I think I'll be using this as a guide to kind of in and out of crypto more than anything else. But I think I'll be looking for fiat to be held into the dollar. Take out that high. You're aiming for the golden pocket, aren't you? Because that in itself is a V shape. If we can go up there, and if you pull back again, you could go right up to the golden pocket. So there's lots of things happening here that make me bullish on the dollar. And I think if America is able to cut its deficit in the next 18 months from 6 trillion to 4 trillion, whatever it is, that's going to be really bullish on the US economy. So I'm really quite interested to see what happens. So let's just kind of go back to the charts. I'm going to take a 5-minute break right now.